As our computer-generated images become more realistic, and as our online spaces become more immersive, what does that say about our relationship to the real world? The artists in Ghosts of the Machine use digital image technologies to take a snapshot of our world in this moment, a world in which our social, technological, and ecological spheres have all overlapped. The first work in the exhibition by Mohawk artist Skawanati captures this overlap powerfully. Her video is a shot from within the online platform Second Life, which she navigates as her avatar, a digital character representing herself in online spaces. Skawanati founded a space within Second Life called Abtech Island, Abtech standing for Aboriginal Technologies in Cyberspace. And it's a place where the artist can model the indigenous futurisms she wants to see in the world offline. It's a space for dreaming, but also for action. In her video, Words Before All Else, Skawanati delivers a Haudenosaunee Thanksgiving address in which she thanks the land and water. But she does so as her avatar. So, what does it mean to give thanks for the earth as a digital avatar? Skawanati is acknowledging that our digital media technologies are mined from the earth. And our data aren't stored on a cloud, but on hard drives that rely on electricity generated by fossil fuels. So even though online spaces seem ethereal, they too leave a deep physical imprint on the world. Walk through the main doors of the exhibition and head to the right. Another artist, Shanghai-based Liu Yang, uses their own avatar similarly. Over a series of 6 computer-generated photographic images, Liu Yang depicts the 6 realms of karmic reincarnation in Buddhism. But rather than relying on religious imagery, Liu Yang's version of these realms seem to point back to our beliefs and anxieties about the world right now. The animal realm, for example, isn't a pasture, but an industrial meat processing plant. In this image, Liu Yang's often stoic character is shedding a tear. The Hell realm is a forest fire, while the human realm is a scene of war, both unsettlingly familiar to us. The Ashura realm, or realm of the immortals, shows a pod that looks like it might be used for cryopreservation, the idea that people can freeze their bodies before they die and be thawed out in a future time when advanced medicine will allow them to live longer. On the adjacent wall, the Ghost Realm taps into a similar myth. It shows an alien planet, hearkening to that notion that when climate change gets too out of control, we'll simply colonize another planet. As for the Heaven Realm, well, its image of paradise simply brings us back to Earth. The digital avatar thinking beyond the machine, concerned with the precarity of our Earth, shows up again in Retornar, the video work by Colombian artist Santiago Tamayo Soler, to the left of Liu Yang's wall-mounted works. Styled like a video game, we watch Soler's avatar navigate a post-apocalyptic Latin America, depleted of all of its natural resources. Soler's game advances toward a moment of reset, a reckoning that we have to go back and do things differently. And the natural world takes center stage again in Ziggy and the Starfish by Berlin-based artist Anna Duki Jordan in the large wave-shaped installation in the corner of the gallery. Here, digital image capture, far from taking us away into imaginary worlds, brings us closer to places in our own world that we seldom get to visit. This documentary, shot by the artist on the seafloor, looks specifically at the reproductive behaviors of sea life. And as dazzling as their sensual world is, it's also true that, as the climate changes due to human activity, these behaviors are often disrupted, leading to species endangerment and ecosystem collapse. Our technologies have destructive potential, but also the power to build empathy. This empathy across species influences the work of Juliana Huxtable on the wall across from Ziggy and the Starfish. Juliana Huxtable is an American artist, DJ, poet, and trans activist who looks at how, when creating our avatars, we're not limited to human bodies. Users often choose to look like other animals or hybrid beings of their own imagining. So what does this say about our potential to identify with non-human others? For Huxtable, the avatar leads us to think about our own expansive identities and our expansive capacity for compassion. Walk straight down now past the framed works by Scawanati to the back wall. You'll find the entrance to another installation past the works by Liu Yang, and this one is by the Singaporean artist Ho Tzu Nguyen. Here, Ho created 50 avatar figures using open source online software who all appear over the course of a 360-minute video loop. They capture a large swath of the global imagination, from mythology to politics, from nature to pop culture. The characters chant a chorus about interconnection, that no man is an island, drawing from the words of Elizabethan poet and scholar John Donne. The work is projected on a two-way mirror so that we can see our own reflections standing among the avatars, creating the sense that they transcend the screen and are standing all around us. Continue out through the curtain and through the glass doors at the end of the gallery. Ghosts of the Machine culminates in a site-specific installation by Squamish matriarch, knowledge holder, and artist Toitstanat Seesweiss. We so often think of technology and nature as being opposites, with one only flourishing at the expense of another, but in Weiss's teaching, nature is technology. We will never engineer anything as productive, efficient, or useful as our healthy and protected earth. All of the native plants in Weiss's garden are technologies in their own right, used as dyes or medicines or nutrition. After the exhibition is over, they'll be rehabilitated in the Harmony Gardens on Tsleil-Waututh and Squamish lands. And in the meantime, the garden will be populated with augmented reality works created by Indigenous artists with the support of the IM4 Digital Media Lab, which Weiss is a member of. Founded by 4 Indigenous matriarchs, IM4 gives Indigenous thinkers, makers, designers, and artists access to emerging technologies in order to expand the ways in which knowledge is expressed, shared, and remembered. If you have an active Instagram account, you can scan the 5 augmented reality markers on the back wall with your phone camera in order to reveal an animated sculpture. In conclusion, Ghosts of the Machine is an experiment in visualizing the continuity between online and offline worlds in this complex time of the Anthropocene. We still tend to speak in binaries, real versus virtual, digital versus physical, natural versus technological. But as these artists show us, maybe these distinctions aren't as clear as we thought. We build these dividing walls between things only to end up walking right through them like ghosts.